So this is my own opinion on how Modern Farmhouse was born. And y'all know what they say about opinions. The farmhouse design, she heard everyone, including myself, saying that she was on her way out the design door, that she was overdone. But to our chagrin, she had a master plan. She called up Mr. Modern and tried to go out with him, but he told her that he was already taken by mid-century. So she went back in and hit that Rolodex. Now, I know y'all probably saying a Rolodex. Who uses a Rolodex? But you got to remember, Farmhouse, she kind of old. She hit up Mr. Minimalist. And let me tell y'all how the conversation went. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know it's been a long time. Thinking about you and thought I'd give you a call and see how you was doing. I know. But you know the phone works both ways. Yeah, you always could make me laugh. I was thinking maybe since we haven't seen each other in a while, maybe we can go out for maybe a cup of coffee or maybe even get a drink. Yeah, that sounds nice. 7? I'll see you there. They started hanging out and kicking it. Farmhouse and minimalism. They ended up falling for each other, got married, and had a baby. You got Modern Farmhouse. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Because Modern Farmhouse is the coziness, comfort, and charm, but also the restraint, elevated refinement, and that modern twist for today's times. Today, we're going to be exploring if this is a passing trend. Should you get on board? Is it hot? Is it not? I'm the Southern Girl Shantae Levette. I'm going to give you the step-by-step instructions on how to achieve this look. I just want to say thank you to my family for coming back for another video. If you're already subscribed to my channel, you are part of my family. And if you are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome. You can become part of my family by subscribing today. Well, let's start with a little bit of history about the farmhouse design. Farming has been around since the dawn of man. The hunters/gatherers. Farming's original and basic design has always been a part of any country's landscape because of agriculture. Most people started out with farms. That was a way to make money, and if you didn't work, you didn't eat. Farm landscape has always been in our minds. Who hasn't seen Little House on the Prairie? It aired back in 1974, and it was actually a show that brought the farming industry into our homes, into our living rooms. But we're going to jump ahead to 2013. And I can remember when I first saw this show. And after I watched the show, I was like, this is a really good show. I wonder why is it coming on so late? The show, and I know you can guess what it was. It was HGTV's Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanna Gaines. Very talented couple. They reintroduced us to this farmhouse design because Farmhouse said she was going to have her day in the sun again. The show began to gain popularity. Manufacturers started producing things that people wanted because they were seeing this design style on TV. And the style became so popular, they were able to build an entire empire. Magnolia Network. People who have never even been to a farm started falling in love with this style. Now, I've been to a farm, and y'all, it is some work. Chip and Joanna Gaines are the ones that really, I would say, lit the fire for this design to come to the masses. So this style has grown up. It's not kitsch. All of the gingham and check, over-the-top rustic pieces or mason jars. And let's not forget all them signs. You will not see that in the Modern Farmhouse style. I feel that it's going to have longevity because of the parents. Because Farmhouse has been around a long time and so has minimalism. I can't say that it is not a trend because really only time will tell. Another couple who is the driving force behind this design style and pushing it into the limelight have been Syd and Shea McGee of Studio McGee. They came out around 2015. I think they started with remodeling their house, and they became very popular. People say very quickly, but 2015 is 22, so it took them 7 years to gain the success that they have. They are definitely at the forefront of this modern farmhouse design. The Gaineses as well as the McGees, they both have lines available now at Target, which is huge. Makes the design items more readily available to decorate your house. I do want to mention another couple, and I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but Cece and Mike, and they are out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They do a lot of the modern farmhouse design as well. And what I like about them, they kind of have a little more edge to their modern farmhouse design. So I would recommend you checking them out on their website, but I do like them as well if you are looking for some inspiration from somebody who is doing it, because I am not modern farmhouse, but I do appreciate what it is and what it has to offer in your space. And you might be saying, well, Southern girl, that's all good and dandy. We like the information that you gave us, but how can I achieve this look in my space? Interior design and feelings go hand in hand. That's why you may feel an emotional connection to this space versus this space. Words that will connect you to modern farmhouse design would be refined reclaimed wood, a neutral color palette, light woods, black accents, wrought iron, and shiplap. Honey, shiplap said, I'm sticking around too. If farmhouse can stick around, then shiplap said, we all together. So if these words don't appeal to you, then modern farmhouse may not be your style. Or you may say, I like some things about farmhouse, but I like some things about another style too. And that's okay, because there are many hybrid designs from farmhouse. You got Scandinavian farmhouse, industrial farmhouse, boho farmhouse, you got coastal farmhouse. All this is discovering your style. Now, I always will recommend that you go and purchase some books in the hardcovers, because when you read, it is reinforced in your psyche. And the best thing about getting a book is it's a twofer. I don't know if you ever heard what a twofer is. Two for one. You get to read it and get some knowledge, and it makes a great decor piece, because modern farmhouse has clean lines. And y'all, she get that from her daddy. Also with modern farmhouse, open floor plans with beams, and that A-frame architecture is favored in this design. You'll probably start seeing a lot of houses being built with that A-frame type of structure. Also want to bring in some shiplap and have it laid in a different format versus the traditional way that it has always been installed. Lean towards the use of lighter tone woods in your furniture pieces as well as in your flooring. You need to incorporate a neutral color palette in creams, beiges, whites, soft whites, sage, greige, and grays. And if you want to do a moodier palette, you will introduce charcoals and blacks. Rely on textures in cottons, linens, wools, chenilles, leathers, especially the cognac flavor. It also integrates metals like wrought iron, hardware, handles, railings, even the window frames. You'll see these things coming in the color black. Then you'll throw in some rustic pieces of pottery. Not too many though, because you know minimalism is right over her shoulder. You are well on your way to achieving this look for your home. But y'all remember, these are just highlighted points. You can add, you can take away, because in design, y'all, options are endless. Gave you the elements. I already told you to get some books. Get you some coffee table books, invest in yourself, because again, you get the twofer. The next step is to make the Pinterest board. That's free. After you make your Pinterest board, you're going to go and refine that Pinterest board. And when I say refine, I want you to break it into categories. So if you're looking for stuff for the kitchen, you need to have a kitchen board, you need to have a bedroom board, you need the foyer board. You got too much on one board, it's hard to decipher. After that, you're going to pick the space that you want to start in. I did a poll. Question on the poll was, where should you start decorating in your house first? Let me say this, there is no incorrect answer. Wherever you want to start is where you start. Most people say it inspires them the most, then do your room that inspires you the most. I like to start in the foyer or the bedroom. I like the foyer because it's small, you don't need a lot of pieces, and typically it doesn't cost as much money. You're getting paint done, wallpaper, add mold and change out. Yeah, I'm not talking about all that. I'm just talking about decor pieces. Next place is the bedroom. And the reason why I like to start in the bedroom, because a lot of people never even decorate their bedroom. No magic happening. But if your bedroom is always on destroyed, I said it, destroyed. That's how you go to sleep at night, and that's how you wake up. And that is the place where you get your rest. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Based on your time frame and your budget is where you should start. Once you have picked your space, you're going to make a list You gotta make a list. Just like you need a list when you go to the grocery store, you don't ever need to go to the grocery store when you're hungry, because you end up getting a whole bunch of junk in your basket. I know I'm not the only one who has done this, because I was not shopping with my list. Because if you go out to the store and you got hot money in your hand and you see something that is pretty and it catches your eye, it may end up in the basket. I always make a list when I'm working with clients. Even me, when I go out, I will see some things. I'm not even looking for that. Where you gonna put it? Oh, foyer. I need a mirror or a piece of artwork. I need a table. I need a lamp. Do I want one or two? I already got my coffee table books because I ordered them. Whatever you think you need for that space. And then you're gonna take that list and you're gonna go back and look at your boards. Fun and homework. Then you can really even pare it down a little bit more. You'll see a picture, well, you know what? I really don't want that mirror. I think I want a piece of artwork. I really like how this setup is. And when you have refined everything, then you can go out and shop. You get to spend all that money. And not just because somebody is telling you that something is on sale at IKEA or wherever, the Pottery Barn, whoever it is. Now, if it's something that's on your list and it's on sale, that's a different story. Go get it. But if it's not, just don't be arbitrarily purchasing things because someone else told you. Recap. Modern Farmhouse is about clean lines. Clean lines on your furniture pieces, meaning your big ticket items, your sofas, your tables, console tables. All of those can have those clean lines. Open floor plans. Now, it's not tragic if you don't have an open floor plan, but open floor plans are favored because you get to kind of see everything in that space. Light woods, used on furniture pieces as well as flooring. And that has been the trend for a couple of years, the lighter woods, but it does work well within the modern farmhouse design style. Shiplap. Oh, Lord, I said some things about shiplap. Shiplap, because it has that charm from Mrs. Farmhouse. Then shiplap is definitely appropriate with this design. So many different ways that you can install it that it really feels fresh. A neutral color palette helps to create a contrast in the landscape of this design. Black accents paired with those neutral colors really help them to pop and stand out. Black accents will come in as far as lighting, hardware, pottery, even painting out your doors and the window frames works with this design style. Fabrics. You want to incorporate a lot of texture via the chenilles, linen, cottons, wools, and of course the leathers. Metals. You want to incorporate that wrought iron. So if you have a staircase, a lot of people are pulling out the old spindles, adding in the wrought iron railings, along with light fixtures. All of these elements reinforce this design. And the final one is that you want to incorporate some rustic pottery. Not too much so that it doesn't look cluttered. So please leave your comment if you think that this style is hot or not. Put in a whole bunch of information out in my stories this week, doing some fun polls. Also putting some stuff out in the community polls, because we're a community and y'all are my family. Leave your questions or comments. And if you want to know what I said about Modern Farmhouse's daddy, then here you go.